to Liverpool Community Podcast. I'm your host, Chase Johnson Lynch. And you know what? Somebody's going to be really upset and jealous because Chase has got a musical guest today. Not Phil, Chase. You know what I mean? So I'm here joined in the studio by a rising young star. And I'm sure you'll be fascinated to hear all about her. And I'm joined here by Olivia Booth. How you doing, Olivia?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm good because I get to interview a music artist myself and everything. Show off that I have some musical knowledge and skills, not like my man Phil. You know what I mean? We always kind of like rib each other. But you know what?
Little
What I'm
bit
going to say is,
competition.
what I'm going to say, Olivia? Let's talk.
Nice.
Did you like that one?
I did actually.
Audience didn't get it yet. So that's a new single. Is that the new single that's already out now?
Yeah, it came out.
Everything.
Came out 27th of October.
Right. So let's talk. I understand it was a live lounge kind of performance
Yep.
version and everything. So can you tell me what's Let's Talk all about?
So Let's Talk is about men's mental health.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even go there, but go for it.
Yeah, no, it's because I basically wrote it because I don't feel like men's mental health is appreciated enough in society. And I know that I've seen people suffer with their mental health in my family, but I know people who have lost, sadly, to mental health. And that was really important to me, to make sure that there was a story out there that people could listen to that might help them. So I hope it's helped as many people as it possibly can out there.
Well, I mean, like you said, it's all about belief. It's like, and that's the main thing is because you're a songwriter yourself, which we hear more about, is that, so it's something that you want to say. And I think it's an interesting topic for a young woman to say, I'm going to, let's talk about men's mental health. and
Yeah.
stuff. That's pretty cool. And so now that's out now. That's available on Spotify, I
Yep,
believe, right?
and Apple Music and wherever
That's
you
right.
want to go.
Yeah, that's right. Anywhere you want to get it. That's
Yeah,
out there.
exactly.
Please build those numbers up. You know what I'm saying? But now, what's also very interesting is like this young woman don't have just one song, but two, and everything. Remember, she's a songwriter, so we joked about this a little bit, I think. But you have another song coming out
Yep.
called
Satisfied.
Right. Okay, what's that all about?
It's
Now, first of all, what you should know is Olivia's mom is in the studio.
She is. She is.
So I'm going to ask you again, what's it about?
It is about not being satisfied by another person in life, whether that be emotionally or any other way you would like to think about it.
Wow, I love it how every word is structured.
Yep.
Did you notice?
Slightly.
Did you notice? Yeah.
Still working on how to explain that one.
Well, you might have to because you're working on the music video for it.
We are, yes.
Hopefully the music video will give us more of a clue.
100%.
So wait a minute, I have 2 dates here. So I believe it's coming out on the 26th of January,
Yeah, the song's coming out on the 26th of January, yeah.
but it's being shot very soon.
It's being shot on the 16th of December, yeah.
Right. So I mean, now you went to like a production company, as like most people should do, right? To get their video made, and they came up with a concept. Did he come up with a concept, or did you come up with the concept?
We've come up with a concept together. So it was like a teamwork kind of thing.
Teamwork makes the dream
Yeah,
work.
exactly.
So what's the concept?
The concept is, so we're going to have, my band is going to be part of it as well because it's a band song. I want to be able to introduce them. So we're going to have shots with them of us like playing like live, and then it's going to be me and telling a bit more of the story because it's very sassy.
See, this is, you gotta understand. I happen to be, I make music videos, so I'm more interested. What's the story for Satisfied?
So it's all going to be based on me and being able to like be sassy, and also like there's not any actors, so it is just going to be me in different locations that will symbolise the different meanings in the different parts of the song.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that's good because it is about you. It's going to be your first video, isn't
Yeah.
it? So it's kind of like your big breakout. You know what I mean? But obviously, you know, like what artists like to do is have a band, you know, and everything, and to make sure that everyone still knows it's about you, the band is called Olivia Booth. Wonder how the band feels about that. You know, but
They love it actually.
Really, do
They're
they?
really happy that
it's kind of like Blondie. We don't care, bro. We're with you.
they just want to play. They just
There
want
you
to
go.
play. That's
There
it.
you go. And stuff like that. So, but at least you're giving them a light in the video and
Yeah.
everything, you're giving a section and stuff. Where you planning on shooting this?
So we were shooting it at it's like is it a warehouse? I'd say a warehouse kind of thing. So we
Yeah.
can have like different like rooms.
Areas?
Yeah.
Rooms,
So
yeah.
we had different backdrops and all that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And then some of it's going to be outside as well, with like
Yeah.
in the dark with headlights and stuff like that.
Whoa! In the dark with head, like into like a silhouette, like you like.
Yeah,
in front of a car.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I told you I'm a video guy. Mom,
You've got my vision,
"That's
you've
all
got my
good.
vision."
She did all good. No, that's really nice. And stuff like that, you know, as long as it doesn't turn into Fast and the Furious, right?
The cars won't stop like bouncing up and down there. None of that.
No, I mean, you know, yeah. But no, that's cool. So what's interesting though is like reason why I wanted to get your ideas about the concept of both of these songs is because, you know, usually what I like to ask an artist is like, do they understand like their style and technique, like who they are as an artist? You know, and like when I asked you that, you said like you had a pop rock vibe as
Yeah.
well as a ballad vibe. And
Yeah.
so both of these songs are an example
Yes.
of that. So I think Satisfied is pop rock. You
Yeah.
know, that's what the video is going to be because it's going to have the band. But then when you did the ballad, you did a live lounge version for the ballad.
Yeah.
Was that just you on the stage by yourself?
Yeah, I just
In
wanted
front
it
of
to
a
be very
microphone?
intimate because it's a very emotional song.
yeah.
So I wanted people to feel like they were with me, not watching me, if that makes sense. So we went for the live lounge kind of thing, so they felt like they were there.
So what was it like in the club or the room against the wall? What?
It was in a room with a little bit like this actually, with some lights that stood up at the back with some trees.
I love lighting.
But yeah, it
I
was.
love lighting. It's just amazing.
So do I when it's right.
Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah.
Oh well, see, then that's all that really matters.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so because you know when it says as far as like that style, you said your favorite was the pop rock though,
Yeah.
and everything. So you like that more than like the slow melody kind of ballads.
I love being able to like channel the emotional side of my voice, but I love the energy that I'm able to perform with on stage with the pop rock, and I feel like I'm very much an energetic person.
Why? Do you dance around on stage? Do you
I
sweat?
don't dance around, but I like the interaction that I can have with the audience, and I feel like with the pop rock, it's like easier to do that because you don't have to be in an emotional
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's why I prefer it.
I don't know. I mean, like, do you have a dance background in there? I mean, do you actually rock out on stage, or
No.
do you play an instrument?
I play guitar.
Do you really? So are you part of the band then?
So
You
I
doing this?
can be. So I prefer someone else to do my
why not?
part,
Yeah.
so just so I can move around a little bit more.
Yeah.
But if I need to, I can. I
I
play
don't know.
the rhythm.
I love it when you're like at a concert and you know like somebody comes and brings Prince's guitar. You know what I mean? And then he's like going at it, you know, or like when they go sit down at the piano and everything.
Yeah.
It really just shows. It feels like intimate, you know, with the artist, whatever.
That's
And
something that I
being a
want to bring in. Yeah.
songwriter, Yeah, you
I want-
probably want to do that.
Yeah,
eventually, right?
I want to bring that in with the ballad stuff. So when we're at a
Yeah.
band gig, for me to just take the guitar for one song and just bring everyone back down to earth a little bit, and
Yeah.
then we can ramp it up again after that.
You're gonna have to do that. That's going to, because I mean, you know, when you get your sellout concerts and stuff like that. you
Oh,
know,
one day,
you
one
gotta-
day, one day, one
Oh,
day.
let's see that. Hey, you gotta manifest, girl.
Oh, I'm manifesting every night, every night,
I know big words too.
every night.
She's like, I'm manifesting every night. I don't know what you're talking about. Mom's on me. So let's see. Like the thing about it is that so in looking at the pop rock and the ballads, then that brought me to like your inspirations, and I was kind of like surprised when you gave me a list of inspirations. Go ahead.
So I've got a few.
Yes.
I've got Adele from the vocal perspective and the way that she uses her voice. I've got Ed Sheeran from the songwriting artist, his work ethic and everything like that. I admire
Yeah.
what he does.
Yeah.
Also, Harry Styles has always been one from a performance perspective and the way that he interacts with the crowd. Anne Marie is another one from a personality perspective.
Right.
I feel like she's dyslexic like me,
Yeah.
so I feel like we're quite similar on a personality level.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned the dyslexia because I really think that we're in a age now where neurodiversity is like at the top of the subject matter for people, especially when it comes to creative people. You know, it's like you can find them about 80 to 90% of people are all neurodiverse. They just
Yeah.
never been diagnosed with it and everything like that. And I think so. Yeah, your mother was saying, you know, like do your that like it takes you time.
Yeah,
Process.
I've struggled with dyslexia since I started school, but we didn't find out until I was in year 4.
Of course.
So it was a bit of a challenge to then figure out what to do from there. And obviously at school, teachers didn't really know how to deal with it
At the
at
time,
that
yeah,
point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still do find it quite difficult. So I've got this thing with my processing. So like, if someone asks me a question, it takes me about 10 seconds longer than the average person
Yeah.
to be able to understand
Yeah.
what's going on and be able to answer. So yeah, it's just stuff like that. And I struggle with reading as well.
Right.
I've got special glasses.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have them with
you
me
got them
today.
Little, like spy glasses
Yeah,
from
I
Mission
don't have
Impossible?
them with me today, but they're like really dark blue, like the darkest blue that you could probably imagine.
Like shades.
Yeah, they look like sunglasses.
Well,
so
no. That's what I mean because like what they're doing in schools now is that you know they're giving kids like colored paper.
yeah,
So is that why you have the blue glasses?
yeah, because when I was at school, my teachers quite often forgot, so I couldn't go without having nothing. 'Cause can't read, so
Yeah.
so we had to get some glasses, but I still use them. And
It's kind of
bless
cool
them.
though, right?
Yeah.
Does it make you feel like a superhero? Make me feel like a superhero.
Sometimes, I mean, it's a bit awkward when I'm in my class at uni and I put them on and they think that I'm hungover because they're that dark. They're that dark. They're like sunglasses, so they think that I'm really hungover and they're like, "Are you all right?" Yeah.
Join the rest of the class.
Did you have a rough night last night? I'm like, no, I'm just dyslexic. Sorry.
That's right. You know what I mean? But you know, it's still great to you know like say like you know like with pride as opposed with derision and fear. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because like you know also too is you're at that age now where the coping mechanisms kind of like set in. You know, like you said, it was kind of like a little bit rougher when you were a
Yeah.
child, but it's gonna get better.
It
As
took
is
that
getting
long.
better.
It took that long for it.
Exactly, but that's the
I
whole
embrace
thing.
it now.
We never know when that end road is. That we're actually walking through the threshold into like when is this going to be done with, you know? But it's great and it's good to hear you talk about it because it's being honest and stuff. As you say, like one of your goals in social media is like letting people know about you.
Yeah.
And I mean, how many other people that would be your growing fandom to know that you have like dyslexia? Like you're not suffering with dyslexia. You see what I mean? You know, and this is what you do, and it's like, yeah, it's what I do too. Or it's like what I want to do, and everything like that. So I'm pretty sure you'll get a lot of those little private messages and thank yous for that and everything. You know, what I wanted to ask you was kind of like a little like side question, you know, because obviously, you know, we got these musical shows on, you know, at that time of the year. You know, it's time for the voice again. You know, I never know if it's the UK voice or the American voice. You know what I'm saying?
There's loads of them now. I think every
know
country
too
does
many,
them.
too many because they don't want to actually write really good content dramas. So, but you said you had kind of like an opinion of it. You're not planning on going on, so you could be honest.
No. Do you know what? I've been asked this like for a long time when X Factor was a thing and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. Would you ever do it and would you ever go on? And I've always thought I'd go on and try it, but I just don't think that it's for me 100% because I like being able to say what I want and like how I want, and it just for me my words just come out. I can't really filter myself sometimes, which isn't the best thing, but we try. So yeah, I just would like to be authentically myself.
It is true. It is a machine. I mean, like if you actually peel back the curtain, it is a machine where you have stylists and designers and makeup artists and everybody controlling you from jump. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a bum walked out on the stage for the first audition, and then they're like all like, you know, the stars are flowing out of their butt. I don't know, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like, yeah.
I have a lot of respect for everyone who has done it though because it looks hard.
Yeah, I can imagine it's very hard because they'll kick you to the curb.
Yeah, especially for like your mental health. It
There you go.
must
I
must
know.
be
I mean,
tough.
you're lucky we haven't heard a lot more like bad stories and stuff. So usually around this time, then I would ask you, you know, like, what's your origin story back to the superpower? You know what I mean? Like, when did you become Olivia Booth?
So
Dun,
I
dun,
I
dun.
started when I was quite young. So I started doing like little school talent shows when I was 8, and then when I was 14, I went to a summer school, and it was like it was called Point Blank, and it was
Alright, nice.
basically loads of people just went to London, and you got to sing 2 songs, and you worked for a week with the people, learning different techniques and all that sort of stuff, and that was the first time I actually thought, right, this is quite cool, like performing in front of people.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have any confidence at all, and we didn't really know how we were gonna build that up. So my mum turned to me. She goes, "Liv, I found a songwriting competition. Do you want to do it?" And I was like, "Do you know what? Like, why not? Because then I'm gonna have to force myself to write songs and all that sort of stuff." So I entered, and then I got through the first round, and I was like,
Wow.
"That's a surprise." then
Yeah.
like the next couple of rounds kept on coming, and I was like, "Right, okay." And then the last one was, if you get through this, you go to the O2 in London, and I was like, "Brill."
Wow. Did you actually perform?
And
at
I
the
got
O2?
got through to the O2 in London.
How old were you?
14. Yeah, just turned as well.
All right, so just give us a quick eyesight into that experience. You know, like curtains closed, open, whatever. Somebody announces your name, and you go out onto that big
Yeah, it was-
stage, and you're looking out into the sea of blackness with the sparkling stars of light
Yeah.
and everything. Boom! What happens?
I mean, I was actually terrified because I was really poorly.
Oh, I'm terrified.
I was
just telling the story.
I was incredibly poorly before the week running up to it. I had like tonsillitis. It was really bad. So I was stressed about not being able to sing. But as soon as I walked on, I was like, "Oh my God, what is going on?" But I did it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best performance in my life, and if I could go back, I could do it 10 times better. But everything happens for a reason, and it's the reason why I kept on going,
Yeah.
and I've written the songs I have now.
Yeah.
So it was amazing.
Well, I mean, you don't have that experience anymore now, do you? Because you're doing live performances now, aren't you?
Yeah.
So is it like old hat for you now, or you're comfortable with it?
I still get incredibly nervous before I go on stage, but it's like it's a weird thing that I shake loads before I go on stage. Like I'm really nervous, and as soon as I step on, it's like I never had them anyway.
Yeah.
And I just sing, and then we go,
Yeah.
and then it's over, and I'm like, I want to do that again.
Yeah. I can imagine. It's, how exciting that must be and stuff. So, before we close, I want to ask you about being active on social media? Because I think you admitted you're not fully there yet, but you're
I'm
getting
not fully there. Yeah.
So, like, if I were to say, yeah, what kind of content you gonna release for your audience there, Olivia, to let them know who you are?
Yep.
What would you do?
I'm gonna do well. My plan is to do day in the lives of what I do, whether that be my hobbies outside of university or even trips to gigs or whatever that may be. So yeah, I just want to let people into my life a little bit more, if they want to hear about it or not, really.
Yeah. See, look at that. She's already failed. Because she hadn't. I said, "What are you gonna do?" And then she did it all in the pre-interview. What about being a rugby fan, girl?
Oh yeah, I said rugby.
How come I know
I said rugby fan, but then I thought,
What? You know what?
I am a major rugby fan.
See, I first of all, when you first said rugby to me, I thought you were a rugby player,
Oh no.
and I was looking at the nose.
Do you know what? When I was little, my brother and my dad both played and
See,
play rugby.
I could see that you're probably a
Yeah.
little sporty, aren't you?
Yeah, so I used to play
Yeah.
football when I was little.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
See, I knew it.
I used to play football because I wasn't allowed to play rugby because my brother played rugby and
Well, they hit your face. That's why.
and they said, Olivia, it's a bit too rough, so we're not gonna make you do that.
Yeah.
But I watch it all the time, both rugby league and union. I have to specify.
Oh, I thought you were going to specify the Warrington Wolves.
Oh, yeah,
They
Warrington
hate
Wolves.
you. See, they were going to sponsor you. But not and stuff, you know. So look at that. I gave her the chance, didn't I, Mom?
I love you, Warrington Wolves.
No, too late now. I've already done it for you. So, listen, it's been really great to have you on the show. Also to prove that Chase can interview music artists. And do a really good job. Didn't I do one? See, look at that. See, Mom's trying her best not to put her voice on because she's like, I'm not paying for this. But either way you look at it is you got shows coming up, right? Like I was saying. So in the new year, you plan on hitting like a lot of like the regional,
Yes.
areas and everything. You got you got your video that will be coming out and everything. And that's what it was and stuff. I actually, are you signed? Like to a label.
No, I'm not. I'm independent artist.
She's doing Uh-oh. I thought I was gonna sneeze. Sorry. But yeah, so no. But are you looking to get signed? Are you looking to stay independent?
I think independent for now. I think
Because you like to be in control, right?
I mean, the help would be great, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it ties. I don't think I'm quite ready to be signed yet. I think I will be, but I think I'm still learning about myself and my music, and I want to make sure that I know who I am 100% with my music before I have to be tied down somewhere.
That's a smart artist and everything like that. You know what I mean? Well, I'm glad that we were here to be your first interview and everything. Hopefully, overcoming the fear of the microphone.
I know
and stuff like that. She's like,
I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right? Yeah, we're doing this now. So either way you look at it, it's fun for me. I hope it was fun for you.
Thank you.
Please, when you're on Spotify, look out for Olivia Booth. Look out for Let's Talk.
Yes.
Let's get a little bit serious there. But then she's hoping to satisfy your ambition. Whatever. I was gonna say something. Satisfied. I'm looking forward to this video. Hopefully you are too. Right?
Yeah.
She's like, wonder who you talking to? I'm talking to the camera. So anyway, look forward to seeing you and following your journey and stuff and seeing how well you do on social media. But thank you very much.
Olivia Booth Music UK, by the way, on social media.
What?
Olivia Booth Music UK. That's where you can find me on every platform.
See? Again, smart. She said, hey, he didn't ask me my social media. And I usually do, right? Now that you're actually prepared for it, what's your social media handle?
Olivia Booth Music UK.
No underscores, no dots.
There is underscores, but if you just type that in, it'll come up.
Okay, cool. Because sometimes you had to let people know. If you could let us know, because we usually put it under the screen and stuff like that. So where is the underscore?
So it's Olivia _Booth _music _UK. But if you just type it all together, it works brilliantly.
I'm telling you, Olivia, it has to be written right. You know what I mean? Like, that looks like Braille to me, the way you just wrote it in. I don't know why you decided
It's just
that
a space, isn't it?
I know, it is.
Just allows the space.
Okay. Thank you. It just spaces, she said. So, I'd like you to thank Olivia Booth. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
I'd like you to thank me, Chase Johnson Lynch, for being here instead of Phil Bell and everything. But you know what? For now, we out of here.